Francine. Hey, Rock! He's in the wall! Keep up the good work, baby.
Stomped out by the... Get the kid off it! Where's the line?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
Now, Larson.
And welcome back to Going in Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, we've got the latest in the Royal Rumble news and rumors. We've also got a bunch of news stories from the week. This week, there's a lot of sort of debunking of news. There's a lot of BS out there, Larson.
There's some wild stuff out there, man.
There's some crazy shit out there. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about AEW Dynamite, where
Psycho Killer.
Gus K.
Tom Ciampa.
Tom Ciampa.
Tom Ciampa debuted. Man, you know, WWE has the reputation for nailing presentation.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for Tom Ciampa and AEW. Amazing. Tron, great. Song, awesome.
Yeah, the song is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm a stickler. The jacket, not huge on. Not big on the jacket.
It's maybe a couple extra inches on the collar, short of being basically a perfect presentation.
It's interesting because you're very discriminating when it comes to match quality, when it comes to star ratings. Me, I'll dole out the 5-star easy.
Yeah, you don't care.
No. Presentation, I'm not going to go 10 out of 10 on that one, man. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 at best. At best.
Simply because of the collar?
No, it's a variety of things. I mean, dude, come on. A 10 out of 10, that's a lot.
I mean, the Tron was good.
Maybe
was really
like
good.
a 7 out of 10. See, you're already bringing it down to good.
The Tron was really good.
10 out of 10 is the best score you can possibly have.
You know, in terms of, here's the thing, part of it too. AEW, putting it generously, mixed results when it comes to nailing debuts for an AEW debut.
Okay, all right. Now,
10 out of 10.
Now, okay, so like an AEW presentation 10 out of 10 is like a WWE 6 out of 10.
Well, no, 7.5, 8. 7.5, 8, because I think they nailed the presentation. AEW does. But in terms of debuts, that was awesome last night.
It was a really good debut for Ciampa. I'm happy to see him in AEW, where I feel like he brings the one thing that they do the best of, and that's wrestle. So I think that's really a really good situation for him. Not optimistic on him winning on the Collision for the TNT title.
No, but I'd be shocked if there wasn't some sort of wonk finish involved. And Kyle
probably
Fletcher wants to get back that title back, so he might interject himself.
Yeah,
I
could see that.
Tom Ciampa to take the pin, but
yeah,
I don't expect him to win either.
What they should do is have the match get wonked and then turn into a tag match.
You just want AEW be WWE at this point, don't you?
I just love when people tell me that in the comments. You just wanted to be WWE 2, WWE Light. Yeah, man, what's wrong with that? We have a super chat here from Luis who all agrees. Says Ciampa's theme goes hard. Even Briscoe was feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the theme song is great. It is really cool. I'm kind of curious the story behind that one.
It's really good.
Kind of disappointed Tony didn't plunk down the dollars to get
Psycho Killers.
But the Psycho Killers, it's not. I don't think it'd make for a great theme song.
No, and I wonder if Talking Heads are somewhat protective of how their music is used. They might not even be cool with it being
Every
used.
man has his price. Come on now. What's his name? David Byrne?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that guy. He'll take it. He'll take some money.
Oh,
He'll be like, oh yeah, for this guy.
Well, maybe he's a huge Tom Ciampa fan. I don't know.
He could be. Yeah.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, we'll talk about Ciampa's debut more. We talk about Dynamite first. Let's talk some news specifically. What do you want to talk about?
It's the Royal Rumble, and that's what a lot of people want to talk about. So that's what we're going to talk about, plus some other stuff. But yeah, first up, we've got.
You want the Rumble stuff?
I'm watching your notes.
You want to do the Rumble stuff first?
Yeah,
let's do this first.
Let's do the Rumble stuff.
Okay, because this first one I have here is utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, let's wait on that one.
All right, so Rumble stuff. Let's start there. So, of course, it's Rumble season. People love Rumble surprises. So
we're going to do our Rumble watch along on Saturday.
We are. 11 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
2 p.m. Eastern. Predictions Challenge. The form is up right now. You can submit your picks.
Boom.
There's a crazy amount of points involved in this.
It's like the bar exam of predictions challenges.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the SAT.
Yeah, right.
However, you don't get points just for putting your name on the form.
Yeah. Do you get points for doing that at the bar exam?
I doubt it.
You ever looked up like an example bar exam?
No, because I wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Anyways, CEO Bam Dorsey wanted to mention the news that Fightful said Paige is coming back at the Rumble. So, well, hold on a second. Whoa. Back up. Now, Paige was scheduled for a convention.
Correct. This is from Fightful. Yes, that's what they said.
This is according to Fightful. Paige is scheduled for a convention.
This weekend.
A wrestling convention. That was programmed against the Rumble, this
Yes.
weekend. However,
Yes.
the entire convention was rescheduled.
Yes.
Not Paige dropped out of the convention so she could be at the Rumble. Not Paige has been seen on a plane going to Saudi Arabia. None of that. The convention itself. So unless Paige somehow got the convention to move dates so that she could still participate while still do the Rumble.
Well, as opposed to just canceling her convention appearance, which happens all the time,
Right.
Especially when people side with the Fed.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowhere in Fightful's report. They had a lengthy report yesterday or this morning about, possible rumored names, Paige being one of them, and mentioned, could she now? Yeah. There's no scheduling conflict.
Contractually, she's allowed.
In terms of her schedule, she could.
Yeah.
Did they confirm she will be there? Absolutely not.
Right. Yeah. There are other names. I don't want to get... So, like, the names that they mentioned so far, I'm not going to get into them because I don't want to ruin, I don't want spoilers or whatever. But they're kind of like what you'd expect.
Yeah.
They're kind of what you'd expect.
Yeah. I mean, we could talk about this because Fightful mentions it, and I saw some conversation online regarding Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah. I did a Wrestle Juice thing on this yesterday. Yeah, go ahead.
Because he was asked on First Take, are you going to be at the Rumble? And, he was like, eh.
Well, yeah, Ryan Clark said, now that you're cleared from injury, can we expect you to be at the Rumble?
Yeah.
and it's so funny because especially on social media, and I know you're not on the Twitter anymore, but on Twitter, people were clipping like a look of Seth Rollins' face being confused and saying, oh, look at Seth's face here. It's totally been spoiled. And it's like, no, he was literally just paying attention to what was being said. And, that was just his natural face. And Seth immediately, without skipping a beat, says, hold on a second. I still have a couple months left. I just got rotator cuff surgery. I wish I could be there. And they asked him, like, again, I forget who the female host is, but she asked him, and she was like, if I know you don't want to say, but can you give us a hint if you're going to be in the Rumble? And he's like, look, I'd love to be there, but I'm not going to be there. And people obviously, because of the nature of engagement these days and the possibility that you can, grift your way to some cash, people take this and they run with it.
Yeah.
But I don't believe for a second that Triple H would have been like, hey, let's go ahead and spoil this on ESPN. I don't think they're not privy to any insider info.
No,
I think it's just like, hey, Seth has done quite a bit of work on ESPN and we're going to bring him in because he's familiar with the process, and they zoomed him in, and it's like Seth's going to be there to promote the Rumble, and then they asked him the questions that that they figured they were going to ask him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a big much ado about nothing.
Yeah, it really was. One name who is confirmed to be at the Rumble, Brock Lesnar. He called in Pat McAfee show, said that he was on his way and he was going to be in the match. And not only be in it, he plans on winning it.
That's a spoiler right there. He said he's going to win. I'm booked to win it. I'm joking. He didn't say that. He said, I'm going to be in it and I'm going to win it. Now, this could be a Brock Lesnar impersonator. So there's a possibility also. That's not even true.
Did you saying WWE hired a Brock Lesnar impersonator to take a spot?
Or it's like one of those, like, remember when that Max Headroom impersonator took over the airways back in like the 1980s for like a minute? Could be that situation. Somebody hacked
into Pat McAfee's show.
Yeah.
I think they just called in.
They never caught that guy, the Max Headroom guy.
Yeah. It was just for like a brief second. Right?
Wouldn't it be ironic if it was the guy that actually played Max Headroom?
That would be interesting.
Matt something or other. I forget his name.
And it wasn't like a mask. It was just the actual makeup for Max Henry. He walked off set right to his dressing room and set up his own streaming setup and hacked into the airwaves.
80s OBS.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Could be.
Indeed.
So yeah, Brock's going to be in it. I don't know if his face was on the graphics for the Rumble this year have been disturbingly murky. They're so
like the ones like they have on .com. Like I said, it's like a cutest thing.
They're so ugly.
Yeah, I don't understand. No, I don't believe he's been on any of that marketing material.
Okay.
Not to say he hasn't been like on a poster or something.
Right.
I don't know the answer.
WrestleMania had one that was all Triple H's, and I was like, yeah, this
honestly
tracks.
Surprised.
This tracks.
It's not gonna be the case, honestly.
Yeah, right. Levy here says, will AI Horse be entering the Rumble? Ideally.
AI Horse?
Yeah, remember on the Instagram they had like when the AI WWE stuff was coming out?
Yeah. All the AI slop, yeah.
They had a horse.
Yeah, I remember
I'd love that. That'd be great.
Yeah, if only bumps actually happened like they did in those AI videos.
Yeah, that'd be nice. A couple more super chats here. Javier says, AEW and WWE have conditioned me to be cautiously optimistic for signees. Both either fumble them right away or after a few months. Cool debut, but I have to wait and see what they actually do with him. In 1 year from now, Larson, where do you predict Tommaso Ciampa is going to be?
I mean, as great a wrestler as he is, and I think he can do really good character work. You see him do really good character work.
Oh, he's terrific.
He's great. I don't see him necessarily being a main event level dude. I hope I'm wrong, because I think what he brings, especially when he's doing kind of the psycho killer thing, it's kind of different from what other people in AEW are doing.
Sure.
So maybe if they can utilize his character well, that could be interesting. I mean, it seems like the TNT national title scene is going to be his wheelhouse for a while.
I would think so.
Which isn't a bad place to be. So, he's a great wrestler, great performer, great character. I'm excited to see what they do with him, especially now they nailed the presentation for AEW, especially nailing the presentation, especially at the debut.
My guess is
maybe put that caveat in there.
My guess is well, look, man, I'm trying to keep things honest around here.
Now let me ask you this. You ditch the collar.
Yeah.
Throw some pyro in there. Then are we talking 9 out of 10?
Didn't he get pyro last night?
Oh, did he get pyro?
I think he got pyro.
Oh, all right.
I think
More
he got a
pyro
bunch of
then.
it. Yeah.
Even more pyro.
No, dude, come on. We texted about this. We talked about this. For me, peak Ciampa, camo shorts or camo pants.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they're thinking you can't debut against another dude who wears camo shorts.
That could be.
But, he had like the, whatever you call them. The
camo cargo pants, the boots,
right,
and the shirt with the sleeves cut off.
The sleeveless shirt with this, the shirt with the sleeves cut off. He's got a decent logo. He's got a decent piece of art. Yeah. It needs to pop more.
Yeah.
Grow out the beard. Yeah, when he had that really long beard, I thought he looked awesome. I think that to me is sort of peak Ciampa right there.
And chorus of boos for the theme, right?
No, I mean I like the theme is awesome. You need theme. You need theme. You have to have theme.
His WWE theme was good too.
The one who would stalk Gargano and just like do this shit, that's peak Ciampa to me.
Yeah.
Not this, this looks like he walked just straight from main roster WWE, middling main roster WWE, which is what he was doing.
Yeah.
And then he walked right into AEW. So yeah, that's, but again, I'm not asking AEW to do exactly what Steve wants. I'm just saying to me, that is peak Ciampa right there. That's when he was most exciting.
Hey, maybe give this some time. Great theme. Good Tron. You'll get used to the collar. Maybe in a few months' time, you'll if he does good work, you'll think, this is now peak Ciampa.
This is not a knock at all. John in chat says Ring of Honor. I think Ring of Honor champion, I think is not a terrible spot because look at Bandito. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
But regularly featured on television as Ring of Honor champion. I think I wouldn't shock me if he beat Bandito for that.
I mean, they did mention Ring of Honor last night when
they did, yeah, like immediately
when he showed up. So
Yeah, for sure. So I think that's a possibility. We've got an absolutely ridiculous story that we're going to talk about here in just a moment. But we do have some sponsors for the show for Rumble Week, our Rumble Week sponsors. So let's go ahead and talk about them first.
Let's do it. This episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by him, Steve.
Yeah.
Looking at you now.
Yeah.
Even here through internet. Something different about you.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm glowing. Right?
You know, I think it really seems like you're a bit thin on the confidence, actually, these days. I think I know why. It's because under that hat you have on there, you got some thinning hair, don't you? Huh?
Once again, you know, you're always on me about my low confidence, my thinning hair, but I feel like it's just some projection, Larson. That's a technical term. You're projecting right now. That's right. It's you. You're the one who's obviously low on confidence because you're the one who's becoming a baldo.
No. And we're not here to talk about me, Steve. We're here to talk about you and your hair and how Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with doctor-trusted ingredients that work to stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. And here's the part that I know you're really going to like. So listen up.
Okay, I'm listening.
You don't have to leave your home to do it. Hims brings expert care right to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans for real health concerns all in one place so that you, Steve here, can get back to being your old, confident self. So, for simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/goinginraw. That's hims.com/goinginraw for your free online visit. hims.com/goinginraw.
Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride.
And this episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. Royal Rumble is coming up in a couple days, this weekend. And it's the only match that pits 29 competitors against one.
Yeah, I don't know. They always say that. It's not really what it is. It's more like 30 on 30 because they're all going after each other. A 29 on 1 match would be ridiculously hard, Larson.
And you know what could be ridiculously hard? All the hoops WWE makes us jump through to watch all their shows, including the Rumble, here in the U.S.
But what if there was a way that you could watch the Rumble, Raw, SmackDown, and all of WWE's PLEs live and commercial-free? With Surfshark, you can watch WWE programming as it happens with no ads on Canadian Netflix.
Yep, I use Surfshark to watch SmackDown during WWE's recent European tour live as it happens and having to wait until it aired in the evening here in the States. And since one Surfshark account can be used on a limited number of devices, I was able to watch SmackDown on my computer here, but also on my phone. And if I wanted to, I could watch it on my laptop.
Okay.
Or my wife's laptop.
Why?
Or on her phone.
You think she would need her phone. You don't want, let's just, not only that, Surfshark helps protect your online privacy. You can get alerts if your personal online data, like your email or credit card info, gets leaked online. Surfshark also offers antivirus protection that secures everything from your files to your webcam and gives you an immediate notification if it detects a malicious app or file.
And it's all backed by Surfshark's risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. Right now, Going in Raw listeners can secure their privacy and get 4 extra months of Surfshark by going to surfshark.com/raw or using code RAW at checkout.
Again, that's surfshark.com/raw or code RAW at checkout for 4 extra months of Surfshark. Check out our show description for URL and promo code.
And this episode is sponsored by Cash App. Scams are everywhere, Steve. Scams. Thankfully, I've never fallen for one, but these days, it's really hard to know what you could trust.
Hubba. Who do you trust? Well, Larson, here's something you could trust. When you get the Cash App card, not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales or discounts on popular brands, but you also have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone in just one tap.
If a suspicious transaction pops up on your card, Cash App has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Behind the scenes, you can rest assured knowing your account balance is protected by 24/7 fraud monitoring. Spend with peace of mind today and order a Cash App card in the app or at cash.app/card.
For a limited time, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts and promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. All right, man.
Time for ridiculous story. Are you ready?
I am ready. Are you ready?
So this came to my attention from the Racing Genius. Said Shane McMahon actually running AEW as an authority figure come March.
Yeah.
So
oh wow, that's
I
huge
did
news.
I did some internet search.
Yeah,
and
great.
came across a post on Instagram. And here's the thing.
I did an internet search. I couldn't find shit. So I'm glad you did.
Generally speaking, if you're getting your wrestling news from Facebook or Instagram,
Yeah. It's not a great place to get that.
yeah. So this particular post from Sports Bash claims that Shane McMahon has reached an agreement to not only get complete creative control of AEW, but apparently equity in the company. And he's starting March 2026.
Well, that's coming up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, any sourcing on this?
I just mentioned where on Instagram what it said.
No, I'm saying on that post on Instagram.
No, I believe they're saying
Like
that they are their
Wrestling
own source.
Observer says this, or Fightful
No.
says this. It's just sports. What is it? Sports Bash?
Sports Bash.
WWE Dreams on Facebook. I just hopped on Facebook really quick because honestly, it is wild and not shocking. No, there's just no accountability here. No. WWE Dreams report disappointing WWE news for Seth Rollins fans, and it's like a picture of Seth Rollins from probably 2013 being put into put on a stretcher with like a neck brace, which may or may not be. Oh, this is Sportskeeda. Fuck it, I'll click. Let's see here. This is January 29th. Oh, it was this morning. Okay. Let's see here. The former WWE heavyweight champion won't be appearing at this year's Royal Rumble. Let's see if there is. The move was taken. I'm trying to see if there's any like. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's just this is just stuff that's already. See, I'm looking for stuff that's just straight up made up.
Yeah, like Shane McMahon getting equity
Yeah.
in AEW and having complete creative control. This is absolutely positively not happening.
WWE
There's absolutely no
Dreams.
chance.
This is
no
probably
chance
that. Yeah.
that Shane is getting a piece of AEW or getting anything approaching creative control. He's not even coming to AEW, near as we can tell.
I
If
mean, he did have that meeting. He did have
Yeah,
that
no, they
meeting.
did have a meeting. That was what, 18 months ago? That was a while ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Nothing came of it.
Yeah, nothing came of it.
And if Shane McMahon shows up on AEW television, it's as a performer. And that's it. Tony Khan is not giving up creative control.
Here's one.
Full stop.
Okay, do you know what? You know how we've been talking about rebranding Friendo Club channel?
Sure, yeah.
We should, honestly, it should just be like looking at Facebook. Because this one comes from like one of my local, Orangevale happenings. Has anyone noticed a strange smell with the water? Sometimes I take a shower, brush my teeth with the sink water, and I feel like I smell sewage. Has anyone else experienced it? There's like 41 comments here.
Well, has anybody else experienced it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to click on that comment. Let's okay, fuck it. I'll click on the comments. Oh, this person's asking if they're in Fair Oaks or Orangevale. This person said, I bought baby shampoo and Neutrogena with vitamin E from Costco. Water is hard here.
Doesn't really answer the other dude's question.
This person says, stop taking a shower in the sink. Oh, God.
All right.
Yeah, this went way off track. Apologies. Yeah, the Shane McMahon stuff is stupid. This next one, Kadeem Jones says the Street Profits reportedly will be working some NXT events. Levy says sewage water is all elite. What sewage water's presentation is a 10 out of 10.
I don't know, man. 2 out of 10 for sewage water.
Probably 2 out of 10, huh?
What are they doing with Street Profits? They haven't been on SmackDown in forever. Now they're going to be working NXT events.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if that's sort of like, if it's, if it's their warm up, Hey, get back into the groove of things.
Oh, that's what I thought. I know they don't do as many live events, but they still do some live events.
I don't think they're being bumped back down to NXT.
No, I don't interpret this bit of news as that either, but
it's probably just, go get some reps in.
Maybe.
Shake the rust off, fellas.
I don't know,
man. They have been one of the most
mishandled.
Yeah, I mean, just from the standpoint of they're featured, but they only go so far with them. And there was that one Elimination Chamber. Oh, Tez might be going solo.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to see Tez go solo, except seemingly Tez and the other and Dawkins.
And seemingly everybody involved in WWE creative.
Yeah, Road Dogg. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They're terrific, but it is. Don't you think it is sort of a thing where they have done everything? They did everything so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe, here's Sports Bash. And maybe that's like, creatively speaking, they're just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
I don't know. But like, how is that? There's a lot of people in the creative department at WWE. Like,
yeah, they have like 80
got to be somebody
that
can come up with a decent idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if it can't get past Triple H chewing his eyes, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you want another? I'm just going to read you this headline from another Sports Bash.
Sure. And then we should move on, Steve. We got a lot of show to get through.
Diddy officially declares for the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble. That's horrible.
Gosh.
So you really got to pay attention where you get your stories from. Yeah, I'm just trying to do something. I had that exact same thing. Theoretically, Drew here with the membership says, been sick, but y'all have been helping me make it through. Thanks for being awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. David Matushek here says, Shane McMahon's wife, Marissa, being an Oscar-nominated producer for Train Dreams.
I have not seen Train Dreams, but the trailer looks cool. I like that old-timey stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Simpler times. I'd be miserable back then.
Oh, yeah.
If you think the water was bad now.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Like that scene in Back to the Future when, Marty's great-great-grandfather poured him a glass of water. It's all brown and cloudy.
Mm-hmm. No, that's neat. Good for Marissa McMahon being involved in an Oscar-nominated film. That's cool.
Yeah, that's great, dude. That's awesome. I'd love to be a movie producer. It'd be fun. Diehard Homer says, Trey Miguel leaving TNA, joining AEW, immediately leaving AEW, rejoining TNA. We never did really talk about this. This is happening, obviously a couple weeks ago. Evidently some higher-ups in WBD were none too happy with like some social media posts. I guess he was in a beef with, I want to say, David Starr back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he used some, obviously unfortunate language. And if I'm not mistaken, he apologized for it.
I think so. I think so.
That's I don't know. That's awful. It's like, come on, man. It's been how many years? And if the guy, learned from it and apologized for it, you're really gonna that's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So going on TNA, I guess we're bringing him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, we mentioned it earlier. The predictions challenge, man. This is the biggest prediction. This is the bar exam for predictions challenge. This thing is so. We should honestly get to the point where our predictions challenges turn into a series of essay questions.
Wow, It's like an AP test, AP English test, huh?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Stop bringing it back down from the bar exam. That's like the exam, and then you bring it back down to like some high school stuff. What's up with that? It's the bar exam. It sets the bar.
All right. I mean, like, I'm intimidated by the mere discussion of the bar exam. It gives me anxiety. It's like such a small percentage of people pass that.
Do you think you would have been a good lawyer? I think you would have been a great lawyer.
I mean, I'm all right. According to you, I can just make stuff up and be totally convincing.
You look like you could be a killer lawyer. But
well, here's a couple things. I'm not that articulate.
I've seen
not a very good
yeah.
Not a very good public speaker.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think you'd be so good, it would never reach court. You'd settle behind the scenes, arbitration,
Gotcha.
you know, settlements, whatever.
I don't carry myself with any sort of bluster either, and I feel like if that's the outcome, I got to walk into these, you know, whatever pre-trial things, like open and shut case for my client. You know what I mean?
I think you'd be a good lawyer, not necessarily one of those super rich lawyers.
Do you think I could be a decent personal injury attorney? Could I have a billboard?
No, because you got too much of a conscience, man.
It's true.
You're too ethical.
Yeah.
To like really be, but like if you're, you know, I don't know, a public defender, but then you got to still defend people that you know are guilty. So I don't know if you'd be able to do that right.
That'd be tough.
So I don't know. I'm sure there's some law that you'd be able to practice because you're very good at retaining info.
Yeah, not these days so much.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe 10 years ago you'd have made.
Yeah, my 20s and 30s. Yeah,
could you imagine? What if you and I were lawyers? Because I can walk into the courtroom and be like, you know, performative, like, oh, a big bluster.
Yeah,
guy.
you'd be like the front facing.
Yeah.
Aspect, and behind the scenes, I'm like going through all the law books and trying to find ways to win the case.
Yeah, right. Dude,
yeah, we should have done that.
We've been making 10 times what we're making right now.
Oh, easily 100 times. I don't know about that, but
well, that's
a lot of money.
That's a lot. Yeah, we'd have killed it out there. So anyways, the Friendo Club stuff, getting back to it. Predictions challenge. It's available right now.
Correct.
Right now. And if you've been a champion in the past, we're also doing the Tournament of Champions.
Yes.
So if you haven't already been in contact with us, and I'm going to double check, make sure that the link goes out to the champions that aren't still signed up with the Friendo Club stuff. But there's so many points on the board for this one.
I mean, Saturday night's main event in terms of predictions challenges is basically superfluous.
Right, exactly.
The leader coming into Rumble has 11 points.
What a great legal term you just used, superfluous.
Superfluous.
That's awesome. Scratching the surface is what those points are.
Yes.
You know, they're barely, you know, whatever.
Assuming that someone hits a home run, I feel like someone getting, like, crossing 100 points for this Rumble thing is going to be a home run. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because so many of these picks it's random, basically, you know, whether you're going to hit it or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, if someone crosses 100 points in this, I would assume they're going to win.
Maybe.
And if they're in the Tournament of Champions, they're probably going to win that too.
Probably, yeah. So if you've been a champion and if you have not reached out to us, friendoclub@gmail.com. Just let us know the circumstances, you know, what your name was at the time in terms of, you know, the challenge and all that. Were you on the Patreon, YouTube, whatever? You know, just give us the details. Say, hey, this is so-and-so, and I want to participate. friendoclub@gmail.com. So hit us up there. And if you haven't and you want to get in on this, the predictions challenge, it's wild. Click join right here, youtube.com/Stephen Larson, or go to patreon.com/Stephen Larson and click on the Friendo Club setup there. Either way you do it, it's $5 a month. You also get access to our bonus episodes and question threads. So, yeah, check that out. All right.
Speaking of predictions challenges, here in Twitch, Cody here has a bit of trivia. Says, did you know there's only one person to compete at a WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom, Triple Mania, All In, Bound for Glory, and Starrcade, and guess who it is?
It's the Texas Chainsaw Deathmatch champion.
Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Ain't he great? That's right.
Ain't he great?
Eric Oathbreaker with the sub here on Twitch. Thank you so much. So glad to finally be back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
There we go.
What's the best 70s TV theme song, and why is it Taxi?
Taxi's good. Taxi's good. Let me think.
Welcome Back Kotter is a good one.
The Jeffersons.
That's a great one.
It's a fantastic thing.
That might be number one, dude.
Yeah, it actually might be.
That might be number one.
Is.
Yeah. Let's talk about AEW, dude. Last night, Dynamite. Not only did we see a solid 6 out of 10 presentation for the debut of Tommaso Ciampa. An 8 out of 10 for AEW. We saw...
That's a 10 out of 10 for AEW. Come on, man.
We saw more with the whole, who is going to come out of this, like, circle of dudes who want to go after the AEW world.
Like, I thought by and large they did a much better job of putting forth the idea that a lot of people are coming after MJF, but Shivani trying to explain things after Kenny's match was so confusing. Because he was like, yeah, we're going to have a number one contender match at Grand Slam Australia, but whoever wins tonight in the main event's facing somebody. He didn't say who.
Yeah.
I guess it's Kenny, because that's the match that's happening next week.
So let me get this right. Kenny had to beat Rocky Romero. No disrespect to Rocky. The guy's awesome. He's been on the show in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget. He said, "Man, you guys are really high in the podcast rankings. I've never heard of you." I was like, "That's how we like it, Rocky."
Yeah.
But but kind of easy pickings there for Kenny Omega.
It was relative to Andrade, who had to get past Swerve.
Right.
In terms of the power rankings.
Swerve making his case, talking shit to Kenny, and then he can't get past Andrade.
I know.
Because Andrade, number one, he's part of the Callis family.
Yeah.
And number two, he's Andrade. That's not very fair.
No, it's not. It's the disparity in the power rankings between Swerve and Rocky is vast.
Right.
In terms of how they're presented in AEW, especially.
Or Andrade and Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That main event was awesome.
Oh, the main event was great.
So good.
Yeah, it was terrific.
Gosh, that was so good.
Yeah.
So the situation apparently is Joe, they say, got hurt training.
Yeah, he's injured.
So it seemed like he's kind of out of the picture for the near future. So you have, at the beginning of the night, you had Swerve, you had Kenny, and you have Hangman and Andrade.
Mm-hmm.
They were all coming after MJF. That was their stated mission. But now that Swerve lost to Andrade in the main event, now it seems like it's just going to be Kenny, Hangman, and Andrade coming after MJF for the near future again, because this is not going to be a multi-person match, at least now at Revolution. The way Shivani explained it, which is confusing still.
Okay, did Hangman have a similar match where he had to get past a guy to stake his claim?
They didn't mention that on Dynamite last night.
All right, so is
But
that
you think
gonna
that would be the case?
next? Okay, so he beat. This seems like old business. He beat Shibata.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, what was it on the 14th? 2 weeks ago, he beat Brian Keith, but that was because Joe put out a bounty on him. That wasn't really
So
like.
I'm guessing the winner of Kenny and Andrade next week faces Hangman in Australia.
Is that because Hangman simply has, like, he's the former champion, or has Hangman got to beat somebody, or that somebody could move on? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like they should have like a double elimination mini tournament between all of them.
I mean, this feels like just the most like unofficial tournament, because that's kind of, it's like everybody's proving themselves.
Now,
you know?
could they do a situation where Swerve is not going to relent in his pursuit of the title, and so Tony Khan books Swerve versus Page? Because they've been pushing the idea that we're going to get Swerve Kenny. Every time Swerve and Kenny in the ring, Swerve is just in his face. So it could be a situation that next week we're getting Andrade Kenny. I guess Kenny wins that. And then we get Swerve Hangman on Dynamite before Grand Slam. Swerve wins that. So for the number one contender spot, it's Swerve and Kenny.
Or do they do Andrade up over Kenny?
Yeah.
But somehow, some way, Swerve is involved, even if it's not, he's not trying to screw Kenny over because Swerve is a good guy. But maybe Swerve somehow is involved in that. Maybe he tries to help Kenny. But even that wouldn't make sense because he doesn't seem to like Kenny very much.
No.
But you know how sometimes people can stumble into costing a match.
Yeah, but maybe, well, the idea that Swerve wants to get involved just to get back at Andrade for the low blow, which led to Andrade's win last night.
There you go.
And then inadvertently cost Kenny the match.
Right.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. So we get Kenny Swerve at
It seems like they really want Kenny Swerve. They keep on doing the thing where they're facing each other, they're face to face, and the camera goes, and it's like this seems like the match that they want to have happen.
Yeah.
So I guess,
So if
and then
that's
you
the
have
case-
Andrade and Hangman. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's the case, if it's going to be Swerve and Kenny at Revolution, Kenny is not in the title picture.
Right.
That leaves Andrade. That leaves Hangman as potential opponents for MJF.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've seen MJF Hangman several times,
Sure.
and they put on great matches. So I wouldn't argue against it.
That's sort of also more marquee than MJF Andrade.
Yeah. But at the same time, it seems like they really want to push Andrade at this point.
Yeah.
It's a fresh matchup. The match is going to be stellar.
Okay, let me ask you this. What would be the equivalent then to, let's say they do that, but it's kind of on par with Sting's retirement revolution? Is there another marquee match that can kind of boost the card's marquee value? FTR versus...
That's what I say, FTR versus Cope and Christian.
Where's Revolution this year? Is it anywhere significant? LA. Okay, it's not significant.
I mean, that's the first match that comes to mind.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
But it's not like FTR's got a ton of heat behind what they're doing right now.
Well, dude, they were in the main... No, they were not the main event last night. Swerve Andrade was.
Swerve Andrade was.
Yeah, but they instantly get elevated when Christian and Cope come back. The big question is, when is Revolution's in early March, right?
Mid-March.
Mid-March?
I think. Oh, no, it's the 8th. Yeah, no, it's not. It's 15th.
15th. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean, that's enough time. If they come back soon. I mean, now FTR is dispatched of, the Callis family, or at least these guys in the Callis family. Mm-hmm. They can move on to something else. Edge and Christian's a good.
Yeah.
They want to come back.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Potential main event.
Yeah, so I could see that.
I'm trying to think of, is there a matchup for... Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think of a matchup for any of the other champions that could.
I mean, Mox is a name.
Mox Takeshita.
His title's not really a main event title. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's just go ahead and dive into it. So we mentioned this. The very beginning thing that they had was Kenny Omega versus Rocky Romero. I don't know why Rocky Romero was taking Kenny so lightly, because mid, celebration after pulling a move off on Kenny just completely blasts him in the back of the head with a V-trigger.
Oh, my gosh.
That thing annihilated him. I started laughing so hard.
Oh, my gosh.
And then he hit a one-winged angel. Kind of probably didn't need that. That was just... Remember when Kenny did that to, I think it was Evil?
It was Evil, yeah. Evil got, knocked out from the knee, and Kenny had to power him up to hit the one-winged angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shivani with the most Volt-colored shoes.
Yeah, he had some GT Cut Academies on.
Yeah. And I think a matching Volt tie, I want to say.
Yeah.
Got in the ring to interview Kenny. And he's like, hey, what's going on with this, your number one contendership, or do you want to be contender? There's 3 other guys. And then that's when he mentions, the 2 top contenders, blah, blah, blah. Kenny's like, I hate repeating myself, but I haven't felt all that good in years. I haven't felt this good in years. He says, this is where best wrestle. And if I didn't feel like I was at my best, I wouldn't stake my claim for MJF's title. He says, whether it's someone I hate or someone I love, this is business and I will become champ. Hangman comes down. He talks. He's like, you look good, but truth be told, after all these years, I'd rather fight beside you than against you. But with the world title at stake, so be it. I made the mistake of looking past Joe and the Ops, thinking about defending the world title against you, but because of Hook and a kick to the balls from MJF, I lost that title and the chance to reclaim. But now it's different. As much fire as you have, you won't be the next champ. Gonna be me. That brings out Swerve. He gets in Kenny's face. He says, as far as I'm concerned, I got as much right to the world title as you guys do. That's my mission. I don't care who I have to get through. It could be against anybody. So at
that point, he's right in Kenny's face.
Yeah, he's right in Kenny's face.
He says, I fancy myself astute at reading the room, and I feel like there's some animosity here. And as much as you want that title, it also seems like you're looking for a fight. So Swerve laughs, says, oh, more than you know. So Don Callis interrupts. And because Swerve was talking about being on an undefeated streak since he's come back. And Don Callis says that undefeated streak's short-lived because Andrade's going to pin you later. He says, and Kenny, Daddy is here to tell you that when Andrade beats Swerve, he's coming for you. And Hangman, I got something real special in mind for you. We, the Don Callis family, run this show. So this was awkward. Kenny's music hits. And he's like, no, turn that off. And he says, Don, maybe you should worry about yourself. And he storms out of the ring and chases Don up the ramp.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So later on, we had an MJF Brody King promo. MJF can be very good.
Yeah.
Too often, though, I think, and I don't know if it's philosophically, I'm just against this version of a promo. When you run down somebody's past in wrestling as being less than, back when you were running with Malachi Black, and then you used to follow Buddy Matthews.
Yeah, he buried Buddy.
Yeah, he did. And it's like, it's just not very powerful stuff. And it kind of does, like, I've always said this, you need to sell your opponent. I did think I've never seen a dude so liberal look so much like a Nazi, which was a really funny line, I thought. And Brody even chuckled at it. But in wrestling, you come up, and along the way, you follow certain people. And it just always comes off as not selling your opponent when you're like, remember that time you were following shitty Buddy Matthews?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that you got to, regardless of the outcome of the match or kind of the power ranking of your opponent, you have to find a way to sell your opponent as a believable contender for that championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was a bunch of crap talk from MJF.
You never would. Let me. Here's a metaphor or analogy. You'll never hear back in the day. You'd never hear The Rock refer to Stone Cold as, remember when you were the ringmaster? You know what I mean? It's like, you got to sell who they are right now. And that's my point. Yeah.
So Brody says, you're right. Maybe I haven't faced top flight elite competition. So I talked to Tony Khan, and we decided that the person I should face to earn a title match is you, MJF, next week. And if I win, then I get a title shot at Grand Slam Australia. MJF is not too keen on this idea. And that's kind of where it's left. And Brody says, after I beat you, I'll become the leader this company needs.
Yeah, I liked Brody's bit. I thought it was good stuff.
Same.
So yeah, I guess he'll win that eliminator, and then he'll lose to MJF.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Mm-hmm.
So the main event, Swerve versus Andrade. Go out your way to watch this match.
Ooh,
gosh, this was good.
This is a good one.
Gosh darn it, this was so good. Just great counter wrestling. A lot of great back and forth. Huge moves. Great false finishes.
Huge moves, man. Great heat.
So the finisher sees Swerve looking for big pressure. Andrade counters with a roll-up, gets to 2. Swerve hits a house call, looking for big pressure again. But Andrade grabs Aubrey Edwards' wrist. And so she yanks her arm away from Andrade. And when she does that, she kind of turns around. That allows Andrade to hit a low blow and then hits what his finisher is now called the DM.
Oh, okay.
Was the message in WWE.
Well, it's a direct message now.
Yeah.
Okay.
To get the win.
I feel like there could be a cooler name for that, but okay.
Yeah.
It's a
So
badass
backstage,
move still.
It is. So backstage, Renee is interviewing MJF and asks him about his match next week against Brody. And he says if Brody thinks he can beat the champ, he's got another thing coming. So Kenny steps up and says, I would have said hi earlier, but one more week and one more win, and I'll see you at Revolution. Here's to a title match. And he extends his hand for a handshake. MJF walks off. Right into Andrade. And Andrade says, I want to slap you right now, but I want to win that title first. So MJF continues, leaves the arena. He's about to get into a SUV when Hangman comes into frame, stops MJF from opening the door, and just stares at the title. MJF gets into the SUV drives off. Mm-hmm. And Hangman just turns around and has a very intense look upon his face.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We got a super chat here from Spencer who says, with AJ Styles filing the trademarks he did and saying his WWE career heavily recently, I'm hoping he does some stuff in TNA and AEW, primarily Samoa Joe versus AJ. I don't really want to see him in TNA, but I'd love to see him in AEW.
Yeah.
I think if he does a thing where it's like, hey, we're doing a stadium show, let's do a big match, AJ versus Kenny or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I think, it wouldn't shock me if he did that.
I guess I wouldn't read too much into him renewing the trademarks for Phenomenal One and P1 and all that stuff, because I'm sure he still wants to be able to merchandise.
Oh, yeah.
Do the merchandise even if he retires. That's a revenue stream for him. So there's no reason he'd want to just be like, not going to let those lapse just because I'm retiring. No, he could sell a ton of shirts.
I feel like we're still going to see a lot of AJ Styles, probably various forms of media, including Twitch, hopefully.
Had a really good match between Tekla and Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship. It was preceded by a really well done video package. Where Willow says that her and Harley will put up the tag titles on Collision if the Sisters of Sin don't interfere in the title match on Dynamite. Gosh, this match was good.
Yeah, this was a really good one.
So the finish sees Statlander looking for Wednesday Night Fever, but Tekla reverses into a roll-up. Statlander kicks out, looks for a clothesline. Tekla does like the Matrix duck thing, but then Statlander hits her with a powerbomb, follows with Wednesday Night Fever to get the win. So Willow and Harley come to the ring to celebrate with Statlander, and then Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford walk out on stage and just
stare.
Look at the tag champions.
Yeah, they put them on notice via,
the Young Bucks put the tag division on notice last night.
They verbally put them on notice.
Yes. No ambiguity about that.
Briscoe put the... Wait, what's that?
So no ambiguity about the Young Bucks putting the tag division on notice when they say it.
It's quite literal.
Yeah.
Mark Briscoe put the TNT title on the line against El Clone. This was some bullshit. I was not happy.
Dude, El Clone just pops right back up from a J Driller.
Yeah.
And then gets rolled up. Clone should have been undefeated.
Yes.
Until Hologram comes back.
Yes.
And then they have a match. Someone loses their undefeated streak.
Yes, I know. I agree 1,000%. That's where I'm coming from with this.
Yeah, this was lame.
Mark Briscoe does not need the TNT title. In fact, it kind of does him a disservice because all it forces him, he just has to talk a lot now.
Yeah, I know.
And he talks
maybe
way too
Tom
much.
Ciampa will beat him for that. That'd be great.
Hey, that'd be great. That'd be cool. I don't think they're going to do that. I think
I don't
you
think
said
so
this
either,
early. It's going to be Fletcher. But yeah, no, it should have been Clone last night. Yeah. I was up and I was like, oh, dude, Clone? Man, that guy, he's going to be undefeated like Hologram. And then what? He got killed with a roll-up after no-selling a J-Driller? What the
that was
fuck?
Crazy. That was crazy.
Was
he pops
nuts.
Right back up.
That guy is awesome. Clone is great.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's a story that writes itself.
Mm-hmm.
Hologram was undefeated. Mm-hmm. Well, if they're going to have a showdown when Hologram comes back between him and Clone, then Clone has to be undefeated.
Yeah.
So there's something on the line for their match.
Yeah, should have been. Well, that something should have been not just the undefeated, but the TNT title
too. Yeah. So after the match, Mark Briscoe gets on the mic.
You know, they really should have done. Man, if there is any time that they should have done, you know how like, oh, I didn't actually lose my TNT title, and so two people walk into a match with TNT titles, but Clone does one that's kind of like Jack Perry-ish, you know, like the dark one.
Yeah.
Because he's Clone and he has a Clone title. How cool would that be?
That'd be cool. So Briscoe says, I'm carrying the title into Collision for an open challenge, except no member of the Callis family could answer this. So the lights go down. It's great Tron with like a heart on it, you know, and then it says Psycho Killer. It's a great theme, and Tommaso Ciampa makes his entrance. It was fantastic.
Something shadow of a man.
Good theme. So he comes to the ring, circles Briscoe, steps up to him, and tells Mark, I'm coming for that TNT title.
Yeah, man.
The match will be good.
Yeah, it'll be a really good match. Finish.
We had Ace Austin. They said make his Dynamite debut, but I feel like we've seen Ace Austin on Dynamite before, but I could be wrong.
So he's definitely been on Collision.
Yeah, I thought I
But
saw
you don't
Ace
watch
Austin
Collision. But maybe it was the one Collision that we both watched.
Maybe. Could be.
Yeah, because I swear he's been on there.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Maybe it was just maybe his debut singles match because maybe he had a Bang Bang Gang match.
That could be.
Maybe that's it.
Although it was news to me that he officially joined Bang Bang Gang.
Oh, I told you that ages ago.
No, I wasn't paying attention.
It was that brief span of time when I watched Collision.
When you do your Collision recaps, I tend to check out.
Oh, come on. That's so disrespectful, Lars.
I mean, don't act like you don't check out when I'm talking about stuff.
What?
Exactly. So Ace Austin has a match against Mox as a Continental Championship Eliminator. Mox gets the win, so no title shot for Ace Austin.
Nope.
A cutter, Death Rider. Mox wins, so Takeshita's music hits. He comes to the ring and gets in Mox's face. And then he backs off a little bit, does the discount double check motion. I want title. And then Davis and Doyle sneak attack Mox from behind. And my question was from this segment, well, Davis and Doyle are challenging FTR for those tag titles. Why not just have the match happen then?
Yeah.
Gives the show such a great flow.
Yeah.
Because then we had to wait an hour later for that match to happen. Then when Mox interfered to cost Davis and Doyle the match, at first I'm like, why did he do that? Oh,
Right.
because they attacked him.
I don't remember what happened an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that.
More Don Callis family stuff. We had an interview with Kyle Fletcher and Okada. And Okada says, Kyle, you told Don that someone needs to say something to me. And so I need to say something to you. When I took that screwdriver at World's End, I wasn't thinking. I just wanted to win. I wanted you to win too, and I wanted to face you in the finals of the Continental Classic so that the Continental title would stay in the Callis family. I didn't mean to hurt you. So I asked you to come here today so I could say I'm sorry. And then Kyle says, I was mad after World's End, but I accept your apology. So they shake hands, and Kyle leaves.
What's going to happen here, dude? Because Okada was not sincere. I think that could be such an interesting thing for Don Callis. And we've already seen this with Takeshita. Because then Callis says, Takeshita, you need to do the same thing. You should forgive Okada as well.
Yeah, happens later on. Yeah, right after.
And Takeshita leaves.
Shortly thereafter.
But the idea that Okada just does whatever the fuck he wants, and he will screw with anybody, including anybody in the Callis family, and then Callis has to figure out how to smooth it over.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of shit, because Okada is now going to fuck with Fletcher big time.
Mm-hmm.
And you love to see it. Okada is great. I love it.
He is great. So, yeah, Callis has that promo and talks up Andrade winning the main event.
Is he doing this just to... Is he doing this just to get under Takeshita's skin? Because Takeshita immediately is like, Fletcher, you forgave him?
Yeah, that's what happens in the segment.
Yeah.
I think it's partially that, and I wonder if it's really a situation with Okada. Well, if I can't have the Continental Classic, then no one else in the Don Callis family is getting it.
Right, yeah.
Or a championship. He wants to be the champion in the
Callis
family.
He wants to be the
dude.
Yeah.
So Callis is talking about how the family's got a bunch of gold. Okada's got the International Championship. Takeshita has his sights set on the Continental title. But that's when he says, Takeshita, you need to follow Fletcher's lead and forgive Okada. Whatever happens between Briscoe and Ciampa, Fletcher is waiting to bring that title home. So Callis leaves, and Takeshita asks Fletcher, you forgave Okada? And Fletcher's starting to explain, and Takeshi's just really disappointed, just turns and leaves.
But here's the thing. Has Okada said, I'm sorry to Takeshita?
No.
Right. So it's like, in order to forgive somebody, that other person has to show contrition. And then, I forgive you.
Yeah.
So like, that's my thing here is like, is Okada just doing this to push away Takeshita? Because I feel bad for Fletcher. I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
I love that. That's great.
It's good. Again, what is it, Steve?
Oh, man, come on. It's the exploration of the interpersonal dynamics between these characters, Larson. That's what makes wrestling so great.
You got that right.
I got to put that shirt, maybe for the Rumble. I'll have that shirt ready because it's done.
FTR defended the tag titles against Davis and Doyle. Apparently, Jake Doyle, tore his biceps during this match.
Oh, shit. Really?
Yeah, eating that apron DDT.
Oh, crap.
I guess it was similar to how, remember Drew McIntyre in NXT tore his bicep because he's taking the DDT and he held onto the top rope.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I think it's the same thing.
Damn it.
Which is a bummer. So, as mentioned earlier, Mox comes to the ring, hits Mark Davis with the Continental Championship, and then FTR follow with the Shatter Machine to get the win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer that Jake Doyle got hurt already. That stinks.
Couple video packages and an interview left. We have Jack Perry saying that he wants to take everything from Ricochet, which I guess just means a national title. Ricochet had a response for him. Says the Gates of Agony have Perry trapped. Jack escapes. Well, this actually happened.
Yeah.
Jack escapes, tries to fight them off. The demand overwhelm him. Ricochet talks shit. Says, this is what you get when you try to take what's mine. And then the tag team then put Perry through a table with their finisher.
Mm-hmm. We had an interview backstage with Orange. He's talking trash about Yuta. Talks trash about his beard, his hair. So Yuta steps in He says, "Oh, you're making fun of my appearance, huh? Maybe I should go get a Canadian tuxedo or slick my hair back just like you." So Marina steps in and grabs Orange by the hair. Tony comes in and smacks her hand away and tells her to get the hell out of there. And Marina says, "You need some more milk? Does your tag partner need some flowers?" And Tony says, "I want you to piss off because when we get in that ring, you're going to be in some deep shit."
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And then finally, the Young Bucks put the tag team division on notice.
It was a whole video package. They invited all tag teams for a super kick party, and they're all on notice.
So they could put the whole tag division on notice, yeah.
They said it. So, anyways.
Verbatim, that's what they said.
Yep. Would you like to answer some questions?
Let's do it.
All right, let's see here. I always look at the held ones first. Here we go. Theoretically, Drew says, "What's your favorite going in Raw gimmick?" He says, "My personal favorite is Motor City Machine Guns because we all love Motor City Machine Guns. We need to see more Motor City Machine Guns on our TV." What's your favorite going in Raw gimmick?
You know my answer to that.
It's Motor City Machine Guns?
It's Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah.
I'm sad they haven't been on SmackDown, so we can't talk about Motor City Machine Guns.
We have so much content to choose. Our favorite gimmicks. I mean, maybe when I produce an actual police sketch of the person who stole Big Red, and then you were like saying
you'll be doing a self-portrait then.
No. It was I forgot. It used to be around here somewhere, but I thought that was a good one. The Baron Corbin, "Hey, you're not me." That stuff was good. But yeah, I don't know.
John.
There's so much.
John.
Oh, John. John's still around.
That's been around
gotta
for
be
years.
Up there. Yeah.
Luis asks, "What's the worst tattoo you've ever seen in your life?"
Brock Lesnar's one in the middle of his breasts.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah, that's lousy.
That's really bad.
Yeah, it is.
It's just out there.
I mean, Cody's neck tattoo ain't great either.
No, it's not. But that one's so, like, at this point, it's not. I mean, in like real life, I've seen like face tattoos, like away from wrestling. Oh, MJ. At least MJF's is easily, you can cover that up pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible. That was awful. But yeah, I've seen, people who get like face tattoos. More power to you. But I've seen some wild ones out there. This is a great question.
Incredibly painful because it's like very sensitive areas on your face to get tattooed.
I think so, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what would be more painful, like getting it on your face or getting like, the elbow and like around the nipple. It's supposed to be really,
the hand is painful too because your skin is so thin there,
This is a great question from TR Chestnut. What house chore or project have you been putting off for way too long?
Oh, wow. Where'd start with that?
Replacing my bathroom fan because you do it now. It goes.
Does it need a new motor?
So irritating. I'm just gonna. I replaced that like a couple of years ago, and it ran fine for a couple of years, and then it recently was like, so I'm just gonna replace the whole damn thing.
Yeah. Oh, for me, it's replacing the light fixtures in my bathroom.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
They're original, and like all but two of the actual bulbs, the thing where the bulbs go in, are busted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so there's enough light in there to illuminate the bathroom when I'm doing stuff in there, but they're just old. They need to be replaced.
I'd also say this we've talked about this a little bit, but like something I got to do soon. I got to mow my back lawn, but it's so difficult because it's still cold. So there's still condensation. Like the water is still.
So you're just running over the.
I hate it. Yeah. Well, no, you always say that, but it's not that. It gets clogged so easy. I go like 8 feet and it gets clogged in there. So that's annoying. I took the like edger out there.
I was going to say, get the weed whacker out there.
I did the weed whacker on the lower level, but my fucking, the second and third level are just so big.
Well, then if you just use the weed whacker, then you get this huge mess of just cut grass everywhere.
Well, I'm fine with that. I do that anyway. I don't put the bag on my mower.
Oh, you just let it spray out behind
mulch.
the.
Yeah.
The Scots asked, what other restaurants or businesses would benefit most from the Little Caesars portal technology?
What a great question.
It's a good question.
Man. That's the thing I like about the portal tech is that, like, I'll wait until it says, hey, it's ready. It's in the portal. I'll do the 5-minute drive down the street to Little Caesars. I'll get it, but it's been kept warm. By the time I get home an extra 5 minutes, it's that perfect temperature.
Oh, yeah, you don't like it piping hot.
No, I do not.
I mean, basically any fast food place would benefit from that, right? You know, you go any place and you place your order on their app.
Who is known, like what? Because the problem with Little Caesars before was like, oh, $5 hot and ready. Well, it's crap, you know, because it's like, yeah, it's just sitting there for who knows how long.
Yeah.
So if it's been sitting there for 10 minutes, great. If it's been sitting there for an hour, garbage.
Or 3 hours and it's like cardboard. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, like, is there anybody else who's kind of known for, I mean, I'll be honest with you. You know how fresh the Barstow del Taco is?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you get it here, it doesn't feel as fresh.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And it's probably a fresh ingredients thing, but maybe Del Taco? I don't know.
Basically any fast food place that serves French fries, because unless you get them right out of the fryer,
Yeah.
they just dump into that pile of fries there. Some of those fries could have been there for half the day.
My stomach just started going.
I know, I didn't really have lunch yet either.
It's hungry.
Mr. Sinister asks, which men and women's Rumble winner will make you pop out loud with joy?
Who will make me pop out loud with joy? LA Knight. LA Knight would make me pop out loud with joy.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
For the women's,
So Mr. Sinister says Finn and Chelsea Green. I'd be pretty happy if Chelsea won.
Finn's another one. Oh, Chelsea, I would go crazy for. Yeah. I think it'd be great. Levy says, if you could revert any active title in WWE to previous belt design, which title would it be and to what design? What a great question.
Oh, it's the Intercontinental title.
Oh, I don't mind that one. I would say I would revert the Drew's title, the WWE title. I'd put it to
Winged Eagle?
That's a good looking title. Maybe the old Big Green.
That is not a good looking title.
It'd be wild though to see that.
It would be. Cameron here asks, who'd win between these swap tag teams? You got Jey Uso and Matt Hardy versus Jim Uso and Jeff Hardy.
I feel like, well, that's a good question.
The question is they want to go with more of a legacy team, in which case it's Jeff Hardy's team gets the win. If they want to, run with who's popular now, then of course it's Jay and Matt.
Why do you give the leg? Because Jeff won the world title before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Jeff is the better brother. He's the more popular guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jeff is probably, out of all four of them, the most popular guy out of all four of them.
Yeah.
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 Jesse Helsey says, will we get the Steven Larson short film before GTA 6? We might do it to relaunch the Friendo Club channel.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I have an idea for that.
Alex Foster asks, who on the Steve W or Fun Wrestling rosters would be able to single-handedly defeat 100 Jeff Jarrett's?
Certainly top-notch or Mecha Santa.
All right, outside of those two names. Well, Butch Bacon.
Yeah, he's like, he
Butch
might
Bacon
be able to
kicked out
take
of
on
everything.
Yeah, he might be able to take on like 5 Jarretts, maybe 6 Jarretts, but 100 is a lot of people.
I mean, Rawgate Mutant is I know.
Oh, yeah. He would just absorb them all.
Yeah, exactly. Rawgate Mutant was not a competitor in WCW or Fun Wrestling, but
Ryan Big Dog Hansen says, what would be the biggest in the realm of possibility Royal Rumble surprise be for both the men's and women's matches? In the realm of possibility.
Yeah, no, we just said earlier that it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. But if somehow, some way, Seth Rollins was in the Rumble, I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked about that. I'm partway expecting it.
Mm-hmm. Because they could have just kind of overstated the extent of his injury.
Yeah.
They seem to like to do that kind of stuff with Seth.
Yeah, they do. You know, it's his gimmick now.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody mentioned Cena. It's possible.
Yeah, that ain't happening, buddy.
But it's possible.
Of course it's possible.
Yeah. And that's probably the biggest, because I would be floored. I'd be like, really? Here's the thing. I'd be floored, but I wouldn't really be excited.
Yeah,
I'd be like, what?
Like, well, it didn't take long for you to go back on your word, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
SJ Collects says, what are the odds Logan wins the Rumble by turning on the Vision in the process? Logan has never been a follower, and I'm not buying that he's putting others before himself. That's a good point.
It is very out of character
Very
from
much
what we
so.
know of the person. And just how he's been presented on TV. It is funny. He
Exactly.
signs a full-time contract and he immediately starts at the bottom.
Creamy Beef Tip says, why is it a good thing that Rhea is a tag champion, yet it is a failed experiment for Jay to be back as tag champ? They both are wildly over with fans and former singles champions.
Why is it? Oh, because Rhea's not in a tag team that she had been in for 10 years prior. And if you don't think Rhea is going to win that title again, probably sometime this year, then you're kind of not paying attention. That's not disrespect to the person asking the question, but if this is a legitimate question about the status of both, I fully expect Rhea Ripley to do the two following things this year. Or I'll put it this way. I would not be shocked if she A, beat Io Sky at WrestleMania, and B, beat Liv Morgan for the title after Liv Morgan beat Stephanie Vaquer. Those things just sort of make sense to me this year.
Yeah.
Jey Uso is not touching the world title again this year.
No.
They might tell a story about him being dissatisfied with being a tag champion, maybe, possibly, but I would be shocked if he went back to the world title scene.
Yep.
Rhea seems like a detour. The women's tag division is loaded with top flight talent. This is as if Drew, Seth, Punk, LA Knight, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar were all in the tag division because they treat the tag division different with the women than they do the men. So that's why.
Yeah. Dean here, member for 9 months, says Seahawks Patriots 2. Who you got?
I think it's actually Deontay, but
Oh, I'm sorry, Deontay. Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies.
I was
Deontay
about to read that one. Yeah.
says Seahawks Patriots 2. Who you got?
No, dude.
Seahawks.
Okay.
Derek May has not been able to hold on to the ball very well during the playoffs, so
Okay. All right.
I'm going to say Seahawks win.
I trust your.
Apologies-
Are they currently the
apologies,
betting
Deontay.
favorites?
I haven't looked, but Seahawks have been more or less the best team in football the better part of the year. So,
Okay. All right. Cool.
you want blind power rank?
Obviously, yes.
All right. It's from Greg Morris, another movie one. These all movies? Yeah, they're all movies. Says, blind power rank the 7 fictional parties you'd most want to attend.
I love
There's
it.
some good ones here.
Excellent.
First one, the Christmas party from Die Hard.
Isn't that the one where everybody gets taken hostage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. It's been a while since I've seen Die Hard. I don't want to do that. Christmas parties like for like I don't know what did dude's wife do? Was she a lawyer? It was like a law firm's Christmas
I
party.
think so. Yeah, something like that.
Probably an amazing spread.
Yeah, probably.
You know, that's one thing I miss is like working for a place that throws a Christmas. bizarrely, Kinko's used to throw a great Christmas
Interesting.
party. Yeah, right? There's probably going to be some real turds on here. I'll go number 6 because I know in the end I'm fine because of McClane. Did any of the hostages get killed in that movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, fuck that. 7. I'd be one of those.
Next up, the birthday party from The Omen.
Okay, I've never seen The Omen before.
I think it's been a very long time for me.
Is it bad news?
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on a second. The Omen. I just need to see the plot really quick and see.
Well, you know
what's
the
going
premise
on.
of the movie, right?
Birthday. I mean, it's nothing good. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Damien's nanny publicly hangs herself during his 5th birthday party. But it's not me that it's happening to, so I'll put that at 6. I don't want to see that. The Omen.
Oh, goodness, Steve.
Oh, no.
Next up, the office party from Office Space.
You know what? I will say this. I do actually kind of miss working in an office. These things always make me laugh. Like, to sit there, happy birthday to, and I don't know. I would make sure that I'm not Miltoned with that cake. So I miss working in an office, dude. Not our office, because it's just like being in our room, just you and I. But like one where you have like a work wife, et cetera, et cetera. I miss that stuff. That was 20 years ago for me. I'm going to go with number 3. Because you get cake.
You do get cake. Next up, the party from Eyes Wide Shut.
Number 1, baby. Oh my God. Fidelio. You see some wild shit at that party, man. I tell you what.
Next up, the party from House Party.
Oh, number 2. Are you kidding me? That'd be so much fun.
All right, what spots do you have left?
I got 4 and 5. I did not run to the middle this time, man.
No, you didn't. Next up, the New Year's Eve party from Boogie Nights.
I mean, you know, as long as you're not hooking up with Lil Bill's wife, then it could be like, oh my God, what happened there? You know, I mean, yeah, you probably got to see a guy. I'll put it number 5. I still think I'm good here. Depending on this next one, I might have nailed it. What's next?
The last one is the Toga party from Animal House.
I'm not a huge fan of toga parties, but it seems like everybody's having fun there. My God, I just absolutely nailed that particular blind power rank.
Yeah, you did all right.
Dude.
You did all right.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that might be my best performance of a blind power rank ever. Because this is literally what the actual rank would be if I did this eyes wide open. Eyes wide shut party. Get to dress up, see a bunch of boobies, see people going, oh man. But if my luck, I'd be like Tom Cruise. I'd like get in there, you know, because I'm not rich. Yeah, they don't know. Like, what are you doing here? You need to get out. I'm like, oh, come on. There's some hog over there, you know, going to town. Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't have any blind power ranks for you.
All right.
So none to be.
Do you want to do one more of 8 rap groups?
Sure.
All right.
I'll probably not be familiar with some of these.
No, you know them all.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Public Enemy.
Public Enemy number 1. It's in the lyric. I saw them live too. So yeah, hell yeah, they're number 1.
Next up, Wu-Tang.
Oh man, Wu-Tang's great. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yep.
But they weren't my thing, man.
Yeah, no,
they
you're
weren't my thing.
never a huge Wu-Tang fan.
I wasn't. And I've seen so many posers like with Wu-Tang tattoos. I'm like, come on, you're not a real Wu-Tang fan. I'm gonna go number 4.
All right. 3-6 Mafia.
Damn it! I wish I could have put them at number 1. They're at number 2 for me.
Next up, Bone Thugs.
I love Bone Thugs, and I love them especially because they did a thing with Phil Collins.
Yeah.
That being said, oh man, they got First of the Month too.
Yeah, First of the Month is such a good song.
I know, but I know there's going to be better names on here. I'll put them at number 6.
Ooh. Next one. I don't know how familiar you are with Migos.
Yeah, I know. I don't know a ton about them, but I have heard some of their music. I do appreciate they did like a Mountain Dew commercial, I think. Sad because one of them got murdered, right? One of them got shot, I think. Didn't he? Am I thinking of somebody else? Hold on a second. Didn't yeah, Takeoff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That being said, no disrespect to the dead. I'm gonna put him at number 8 because not my thing.
All right. What spots do you have left?
7, 5, and 3.
Okay. Next up here, the Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, classic. But I feel like there's gonna be 2 better options here, unless I get stuck with, I don't know, somebody else who's trash. I'll put him in number 5. I think that's probably.
So what do you have left?
7 and 3.
Oh.
Dude, I'm waiting for. Go ahead.
Outcast.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, they're number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, who am I putting in number 7 then?
NWA.
Yeah, I knew they were going to be on here. I should have saved number 2 for them. Still, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, NWA probably at the worst should have been like 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I biffed that one. Still, Public Enemy number 1.
Public Enemy number 1.
3-6 Mafia, slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check in with Steve and do your job. That's going to do it for the show today, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.